Good morning, everyone. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning, recipes, a little bit of everything. What the heck is a Bulbil? Bubble? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I had to look it up this morning, and now I'm kind of excited. Let's talk more. So these little black pods on the side of one of my tiger lilies are actual seeds that will form into bulbs once you plant them in the ground. So that's what we're going to start doing today. Let me show you how. So it's my understanding that once they become this and they come off very easy, and you see that they are coming off very easily, that we need to go ahead and pick these and put them in some good fertile sandy loam, high compost soil content, and these actually will progress into bulbs that we can share over the years. So your lily plants, sometimes your garlic plants and onion family, trumpet vines will start to produce these in late summer as the plant is starting to die off. And it's very important that you wait till they are ready to come off easily. And you can see they are coming off very easily into my hand. So we're going to collect all these. We're going to put them in a bowl, and I'll show you where I'm going to plant them. So as I was walking around my garden inspecting all my plants this morning, I came across and I saw those little black things growing on the side of my lily, and I was like, what the heck is that? So we're still learning things every day, guys, and I enjoy showing you what I'm learning, new things each and every day. But this is really a great learning thing, because now I know that these little Bulbils or Bulbils, y'all are going to have to help me out. You're going to have to teach me how to say this. My Texas accent wants to come out and pronounce each of the see, I can't even think about what it is. Our vowels, I want to really drag that out because that's what we do. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, it says to go ahead and plant these in some sandy soil with some high compost content, which I have, as you know from my video the other day. I was able to go ahead and get a really good load. And so I think I'm going to put them in the high tunnel because it needs lots of light even over the winter and lots of water. And that's really the only place I have right now that I can monitor it, and that we do monitor daily. And so come with me. So right now the safest spot I have in our first high tunnel is in this raised bed that has some really good soil, sandy soil and compost. These are our cucumbers, guys. And I'll show you these in just a sec. But I think I'm going to plant these right in this area because these cucumbers are going to grow up, and I can clip this back and I can keep these little pods. They say go about a ½ inch to an inch deep. This is where I can keep them damp and keep an eye on them, and they say do them about an inch apart. Who's they? So these are the people on Google. So we're going to do this hoping that we will see these start to come up and develop into little bulbs. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned to see how we do with this. But again, this is the only area that is safe, I feel, right now, because it says even in the wintertime they need lots of light. So we're just going to do this in hopes that they sprout up and we get us some bulbs here in the next couple of years. So this is a long-term thing. If I had a better flower bed, I'd put them in there, but my flower beds right now are full of flowers, and I'm not sure I will see. Now it says that if you let them drop to the ground, then they normally will come up on their own. But again, my flower beds are extremely full, and I'm not sure that they would take. So I want to try to make sure I get some of these coming up. Now I still have quite a few. I may start some of these in some little pots and then move them out here over the winter to make sure they get plenty of sunlight and plenty of water, because it says do not let them dry out. So here's a view of the high tunnel right now. We are at the 1st of August. We've got our tomato plants in. Hubs has got them, or Greg's got them all tied up. Again, we have that high tunnel and a high tunnel plastic. Now, we've got probably a good 3 months before our first frost, but in the event that we're gonna have an early one, we'll be able to cover those up and try to get us some more tomatoes. Even if they're green tomatoes, guys, we can freeze dry those and preserve them for fried green tomatoes over the winter, which, boy, would that be a treat. So you can see he has it really well cleared out and cleaned out. And over here, I want to talk about my squash. Now, if you've been watching me, you know that at the beginning I said I didn't want to put squash in here because I was afraid of the squash bugs. But guys, I got to tell you, we're not seeing any squash bugs in here. And usually I get an abundance of squash and zucchini at the first of the year, at the first of the summer, and then my plants are petered out. But you know what? In here, that's not been the case. I'm continuing to get some beautiful squash in here. So I'm going to let these go because we want to enjoy more squash. We are pruning back the leaves. But I'm really excited that I have an extended squash growing season right now. So we've added a lot of compost a lot of compost in the last day or so to our tomatoes and our cucumbers in here. And again, we still have almost 3 months before we expect to get a frost or a freeze. So I really think that we will get some harvesting going on with the cucumbers and the tomatoes. Here are my banana peppers. I think I'm going to go ahead and probably can some of these up today. Look at this one. This one has just exploded with banana peppers. So I'm going to can some of these up today because we do love our peppers. And I think I might put one of these little jalapenos in there to give them a little bit of zest. She's such a crazy thing, and she's so jealous, and she just has to have all the attention. I don't even know what to do with her half the time. My goodness, Miss Bear. You rotten thing. You such a rotten thing. So let's check out my seeds that I started 2 weeks ago, guys. These are my Texas early grano onions. You can see they are doing quite well. These are my Waltham broccolis and my Caprese broccoli. Ooh-wee. Here's some more of the early grano onions, and my shallots are really starting to come up. Now there's some little vacant spots in here that I probably need to go and fill in today, but today I'm going to go ahead and start some of my kale and some of my chard. So we're going to do some seed starting today on kale and chard to get ready. And this is my kohlrabi, and this is the green acre cabbage. So we are getting ready for both of those high tunnels to be up and running, and I'm starting to get us some good fall harvest veggies. So we've not really discussed, guys, what's going on with our elderberries, but you can see we're starting to see some berries form, and we're hoping that we're going to be able to make us some elderberry syrup at the end of the season. Now they've struggled, guys. You know, I just want to say that full sun in Texas does not mean full sun elsewhere, and these are in full sun. So I'm really envious of those of you who are kind of in the north and the northeast, maybe in the Midwest, that are getting elderberries already on your plants. But here in Texas, man, the sun is really taking a toll on everything, and the heat. But we're going to keep fostering these, fertilizing them, and I'm hoping that as the years go on, we're going to continue to get a good harvest of these. So it's a nice cool morning right now. We're expected to have some very high heat indexes, and guys, I just want to tell you, we're battling everything. We're battling aphids, we're battling the molds. Greg is just spending much of his time trying to stay on top of that, and working on this high tunnel here to make sure that we are getting ready to plant first in here, and then that second high tunnel, which he will pick back up on next week. Now I do want to tell you guys that our brother-in-law came down with the VID, and so he's been very sick, and we ask that you guys pray for him. And so we've had some delays. He's not been able to come out and help us, and we don't think he's going to be able to come out and help us for a while. It's going to take him some time to recuperate. But so pray for him, and keep us in your prayers. And we will be in touch over the weekend. Got lots of things going on. Take care. Hit that subscribe button. Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll be in touch.